Hello, welcome to another episode of Indigenous Survival. I am your host, Jeff Soaring Hawk Gibson. Um, Today's video is about a 24-hour emergency kit, and it's in a can. Now, when you see this, you might think this is too large. If you feel you want to scale it down, by all means, go ahead. This is not a survival kit. I'm calling it an emergency kit. Because the scenario is this. You went out for a hike at your favorite trails. As you're getting to one point, you see what looks like another trail, and you decide, hey, I think I'll check this out for a while. And it turns out it's not. It's a game trail where it's been worn down by animals, but it does resemble a new trail. Well, you start hiking on it for a while, it starts getting dark. With today's technology, with cell phones, there ain't really anywhere that you can go that you don't have coverage. So it may start getting dark, and you don't really have time to get back to the trail and then all the way back to your vehicle. So, if you have a significant other and you call them and you let them know, you can still talk to them. Now, there are some things in this kit you will not see that you will say, why ain't they there? Well, because I don't believe in it. We will not find a knife in it. Why? Because when I hike, there are certain things I do have on me when I'm just hiking. One is just a nice heavy-duty pocket knife. This one's by Camillus, but you can have your own favorite. And I also have a small belt knife. I also have in my pocket a small chargeable flashlight that has a compass, and it's also a lighter. The lighter part I'm not really fond of, but it works. Then I also have other little things in my pocket, like a couple of granola bars. These are oats and honey. And out of my bigger bag of beef jerky, I have a small quart-sized Ziploc bag with some beef jerky in it. This is what I would carry every day while I'm hiking. Okay, let me set this out of the way. Plus, I'd have a bottle of water. That's just normal for hiking. Now, I would also have in my back pocket a power bank and the charging cord to go with it. That's just normal. I can keep my phone charged. But now, this kit is to get you through that 24 hours. Okay? Now, if you're like me, I have back problems. I also have arthritis in my hips. If it gets really cold or I'm exhausted, they start hurting bad. And when they hurt, I'm done for a while. So I had to set up my little shelter right there. Now, on the outside of this is a 1-gallon stainless steel bottle. I use paracord as a sling, basically as a sling to throw this over my shoulder. I can widen this up more so it don't rattle. But I have my stainless steel cup. And of course, yes, it is paracord, because paracord in itself is a useful item. Now, you may say, why is it so damn big? Well, let's say I had to melt snow for water. How many times do I want to melt a little bit of snow? I'd rather fill this thing up, get it melting, and then add more snow to it. So I got a gallon of water. Now, inside this kit, yes, it is a little difficult with the paracord, but it's all worth it. Take this off. Like I said, this is not a survival kit. There is no survival knife in this. I've got 2 things. I got total 4. 2 bags of deluxe mix nuts. 2 bags of mountain type trail mix. It has raisins, nuts, chocolate. Now, if you got nut allergies, obviously you're not going to put these in there. Put something that you can eat in it. And I could stretch this out to 48 hours if I need to. I have American Red Cross um, basically a water straw, filter straw. The only difference between this one and the others is this one here you can screw on to a water bottle. So I can, after I'm empty with this, after I fill this up with water, I can pour this into my water bottle and put this back on, and I know I have safe water to drink. Also in here, this is my fire kit. What this is simply a box of Strike Anywhere matches, a little Bic lighter, and you'll see this is inside there is some fat wood that I cut into slivers. I can take my knife and make it even thinner if I want, but with this and then natural tinder I find, I can get a fire going. Okay. Also, everything, if you notice, everything is in Ziploc bags. Why? Now I got Ziploc bags. They are also a useful tool. I have an emergency poncho, basically a one-time use. If it starts coming up rain, I don't want my regular clothes wet, I put this on. An emergency blanket. These things are basically a one-time use item, but unless you want to fold this thing back up. Now, I got two, they're called Beast Bars, they're chocolate. And these are two Skippy Bars, which are chocolate and peanut butter. I could add this to some water if I wanted to, make me a cup of hot chocolate. I've got, this is, I call it my signaling kit. There's a double-barreled whistle, several snap lights, there's 4 of them in there. And there's a new thing I found, it's a snap light balloon. It will glow for 15 hours. Now I can put that up at night, and not only could it may deter predators, like maybe a fox or something, a coyote or something, wolf, whatever, mountain lion, I don't know. But you know what? Something glowing in the tree, I don't think it's going to really draw in a predator. I think it's kind of make it maybe like, what the hell is that, and make it leave. But for 15 hours of glow time and for $1, at least if I have to stroll off to go take a pee or something away from my shelter area, I can find my way back. And also, if somebody is looking for me at night, they come in different colors. That one's blue. They're going to see this big blue glowing thing. Yeah. Just a Ziploc with about 4 or 5 large Band-Aids. You never know. You might get a little injured. In here is also meat sticks. Now, like I said, if you're a vegetarian, find the vegetarian alternative to these. But I have 2 of each. I have 2 teriyaki, 2 original, 2 chicken with honey jalapeno, 2 with jalapeno jack cheese. I have another oat bar. I have a Ziploc bag full of assorted hard candy. I have, in this one, is my drink pack. I've got 6 packets of grape flavored electrolyte. These are electrolyte drink powder mix that you would put in your water bottle. I also have 8 cubes of sugar and 8 cubes of 4 of each of beef and chicken bouillon. Nothing like having I get this, I put water in here, get it hot, throw a couple of them in there. Guess what? You got a nice hot drink when it's cold. And last but not least, just a standard bandana. This one happens to be black. You could go with any color you want. And by having that in there, that's also useful for various things. Now, it all fits in this one container. Yes, it takes a little bit to get it in there, but trust me, when you're going hiking, you got this with you, and you're fine. This will last you definitely overnight. It will keep you comfortable. And that's the whole thing. A lot of people freak out when they realize they don't have hardly anything with them. And, all they got left is a little bit of water in a bottle and maybe one trail mix bar. And they're lost. They're not, I wouldn't exactly say they're lost. Let me say it like this. They got off their main trail. It's dark. With these little bit of items, I could be sitting on that trail too and knowing, hey, in the morning I can just march back the few hours that it took to get to where I was and walk back to my car. Yep. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to go in the middle of the night trying to hike back to the main trail, because that's when accidents happen. It's dark, you can't see, and then you end up getting a sprained ankle, maybe a broken ankle, broken leg. Now you're in real deep crap. And like I said, now the food preferences, the food I have in here, you can change that. You can go, well, I got nut allergies. Okay, then you don't want anything with nuts in it. Go with packaged raisins. If you're a vegetarian, you might want to go with raisins or cranberries or something like that. You could find the vegetarian meat sticks. You can find all that. That's out there. I'm not vegetarian, and I don't have peanut allergies, so this is what I go for. But with this type of stuff, and they do have they do have a vegetable soup base that you can buy. Again, I don't care for it, but if you're a vegetarian, you want something hot like that. Now, if you notice, there's no coffee in there. There's no tea. If you want that, yeah, fine, go ahead. I have a little issue with trying to find, I like my coffee with cream and sugar. Sugar's easy. Trying to find packages of non-dairy creamer is really hard because I'm lactose intolerant, so I can't use milk-based. So I don't put it in there. Tea, yeah, I could. I could put a couple tea bags in there, but I just chose not to. But with this, like I said, this is not a survival kit. There is no knife. There's no saws. There's no axes. None of that stuff. Why? You might say again, why no knife? Because if I'm hiking, I always have a knife on me, little pocket knife. My uncle had one, and he never hiked a day in his life. He done various other things, but he smoked pipes. So his knife was a pipe to clean his pipe out, but he always had a pocket knife. And he liked to whittle. So I don't see a point in putting one in it when I always have one with me. I've got at least two. Sometimes I have a multi-tool on me. That's a nice little, if you want to throw one in, I'm not telling you not to. I'm just saying you don't need to. If you have one always with you, whether it's a pocket knife, a multi-tool that has a knife in it, there you go. You don't have to add something else, because then that's more weight. I would rather have that weight in some food or something to drink, because like the electrolyte powder sticks, now I don't know how well they work with putting them in the water and then filter it through. I think the filter would filter that out. So what I would do is I would heat my water up so I know it's sterile, and then pour after I filtered it, put it in a cup, add some of the powder, and drink it that way. The cup's there to use. So again, this is not a survival kit. It's an emergency kit to get you through that 24 hours when you're sitting there, it's dark, you're by yourself for that first night. You can get a fire going. You got little stuff to help you signal. Be comfortable. You got a charger to keep your phone charged so you can call your significant other, let them know what's going on throughout the night. You can sit and snack, keep your hopes up or your energy up, however you want to cut your morale basically up. And then in the morning, whether, you can also let okay, ready? Like me, If I'm hurting too bad, I could call my wife and say, look, my back is out, I'm cramped, I can't walk back. But she knows I'm going to be fine till they send to the park rangers get to me. So, you know, that's how if you watch some of these shows, a lot of these people are get severely injured or dehydrated. Now, like on this one, like when you say that's still too large. Well, there was a show on the Weather Channel with Creek Stewart where a guy wrecked his car, flipped it off a road, hits upside down. All he had was just a standard. Now this is a 1 liter bottle, so it's bigger, but all he has a water bottle. And once he emptied it, he found a stream running that was dirty. He only went down there twice. He was stuck there for 3 days before anybody noticed that he wasn't home. And I think it was his work that called his ex-wife and asked, did he not come, is he sick? Is he whatever? So it took 3 days while he's laying there, and he only drank twice because he hurt his hips. He had a broken hip. He couldn't walk down that stream. He only managed to do it, drag himself down there twice. Now, I don't know about you, but this is a 1 liter, but I'd rather have 1 gallon than 1 liter. So if I was in that situation, I had this, I could drag myself down, fill it up, and then using the paracord as I'm dragging myself, sliding across the ground, I could drag it behind me. At least now I got a gallon of water. He did have a fire. The man had a lighter in his pocket. He started a fire, but he just couldn't get down there enough to get enough water. When they found him, he was severely dehydrated. Everything like that. So yeah, I would rather have this, but if you want to scale it down, you go ahead. But remember, you're going to cut down everything, your supplies further. So with what you have that you normally hike with, and this, that 24 hours while you're sitting there, or if weather comes in, God forbid, and they can't get to you right now, because like using myself, my back's out and the weather moves in, they can't get to me right then because there's a bad storm coming in, I can still maintain for 48 hours. I mean, I got my clothes that are on, I put the poncho over me, then I take the emergency blanket, go over top of that. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you I'm going to sit there and feel like I'm in a 5-star hotel, but I'm going to survive that day. I'm going to survive those days. It's not going to be comfortable. I'm going to be far more comfortable than sitting there with nothing. So, hope you liked the video. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one.